On status.
Fuck off. Oh my god, dude, I hate it here. Oh, my back hurts. From carrying your ass, bro. Step it up.
Punk status. We're doing good. Can you guys hear me? I think you can hear me. We're good here. We're vibing. We're moving and grooving. Kevin, it's always good to be here. Kearns, it's always great to see you. You guys both look great. Everyone looks great. I'm excited. Am I an echo? What? I muted everything. I muted everything.
You?
Oh boy.
Yeah, figure it out, buddy.
Figured out.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? Long time watcher. You know what I'm saying? I've been tuning in for a minute now. Great to be on, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
Oh, what? Wait, we just you? Hold on.
This button wasn't clicked. What's going on, everybody? Now everyone can hear me. Don't know. I don't know what was going on there, but
Oh boy.
Oh, what?
Can everyone hear me now? Am I good?
Oh, there's.
I think we're good.
I can hear you. I've always been able to hear you.
I've
I've always been able to.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I hear you too goddamn much.
We got a bunch of comments here, so I see everybody. I thank you guys. Holy shit! Hopefully everyone can hear us. Everyone's echoing, but me. I don't know what's going on here, but we'll figure it out. I don't know. It's new to the foreheads here. We normally just got the two, but it seems like this program wants to do some of its own stuff with a mind of its own. I can almost guarantee where this is coming from. Yep, that's exactly where it's coming from. All right, so I got everything, guys. Appreciate the patience here.
Yeah, dude, if you don't figure this out, I'm going to eat this whole bottle of ibuprofen on camera.
No, you're good. That's
all right.
All right.
How about
there we go.
It's all
fixed. It's all fixed. It's all fixed. We're all good. Everything's good. We got a couple of comments here. I want to show some love. EOS, what is going on? Did I pull that correctly? Did I do that correctly? Why isn't this coming up? EOS, what's going on? Appreciate you watching from Twitch. Xavier, can't hear you. Just you, though. Dude, you're so smart. What's up, boys? What's up, Nick Newton? Hey, Fonz, the Ravens suck.
Wow.
I just got here.
Yeah,
I just got here.
What the heck?
You just got here, and
we just started.
It had already started.
I'm
nice.
going home.
The Facebook comments are feeding right in. Cool.
Yeah. So we're all good there. Just trying to figure out
so
how
to watch
them,
it.
But,
We figured it out.
We're good. All right, so Malik, tell us a little bit about kind of what you do and what you got going on. Tell us a little bit about MLB Bros. Tell us a little bit about 3NT Podcast, all the other content. I know you did Blackout Sports for a while. What you got going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I apologize for my background. It's green. I have a cool background, but it's not showing up for whatever reason. So it's a little messed up. But anyway, I am a writer for MLBBro.com. We cover black and brown baseball players, not Hispanic, just black and brown. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. A writer for them. And also, got my video editing chops going on. I cut up highlights, all types of stuff, man. I love doing it. So I sent it to one of my editors. He loved it. I've been doing it ever since. Also, I'm also a host on 3NT Wrestling. Please go check it out if you're a wrestling fan. We just had an interview with Speedball Mike Bailey from AEW, an amazing guy. Ooh. So other than that, man, that's been up, man. We're just trying to make it just like y'all.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You've had some really good guests on your 3NT podcast.
Yeah, man, we had Edge on there, Mike Santana. Like I said, Speedball Mike Bailey was on there. So we get them in there, man. And Adam Cole, baby, was on there. Shout out to Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia. It's been a lot, man. It's been a hell of a ride at 3NT. It's crazy, like when you're saying it, like when I'm saying it to you, it's kind of weird. Like I can't believe that I've actually interviewed these superstars because I've grown up watching them. So it's weird, but it's an amazing opportunity. And shout out to my boy Danny Ocean, another co-host on 3NT Wrestling. Without him, none of that is possible. So I salute to him for that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, so guys, we'll make sure to put the links once I figure out the comments over here. We'll make sure to put the links in there. I think we have some other comments that have come through. EO said, "Welcome in, dude. So dope." So yeah, we're pumped out, Malik. I've been a fan of his content for a while. Him and I hopped on our friend Los's podcast not too long ago. We had a good time there talking some Jets.
It's tapped in ever since.
Yeah,
it's tapped in ever since.
Ever since. But we have some stuff that we want to go over, and we have some stuff that's kind of been going on, right? Little bit of crazy news out of the NBA. What the hell is going on with these coaches? Malone and Jenkins fired like 2 weeks before the playoffs start. Mike Malone, the latest to absolutely take us by surprise. Fonz, Kernsey, Malik, what do you guys think about this?
Dude, it's insane. What is happening in the NBA this year?
Literally that reaction.
Who
That reaction.
went into every NBA locker room and poured a bunch of crazy pills in all the water? Because this is insane, dude. But I swear, I said to my buddies, like, I swear, teams saw the Luka Doncic trade and was just like, all right, doesn't matter what we do now because no one's going to remember what we did because someone traded Luka. Like, they're just like, yeah, whatever, just do it. Just do it. If we want to do it, just do it because who cares at this point? No one's going to remember it anyway.
And then Memphis said, "Hold my
Jenkins
beer."
one was the Jenkins one was crazy, but then the over the top with is it Michael Malone or Mike Malone now because he wanted to be called Michael. I think now that he's fired, he's just Mike Malone now. That was just even crazier before. And I looked at the standings. They're the 5th seed. They could easily get up to the 4 or maybe even the 3. And you just let him to his first championship not too long ago. And you let him go and the GM go. There's a lot of like we'll all get into it, but there's so many questions about this whole entire thing. Really,
it's funny they have the same record too. The Grizzlies and the Nuggets are both 47 and 32, and they both just fired their coaches. Like I get it. So I get that there's reasoning behind doing it, but you don't. The timing makes no sense. So
Exactly.
The Grizzlies said that they didn't like the way that Ja was being utilized in the offense, which fine, whatever. That's your star player. I understand that. But he also has spent a lot of time away from the team with injuries and suspension. So maybe that has something to do with it. But still, you're going to be a playoff team. You're going into the playoffs. Even if you don't really have a shot to win the championship, you're still going into the playoffs. Why would you not want to go as a complete team and then figure that stuff out in the offseason?
Wasn't that your roster injured too last year too?
Yeah.
With the Grizzlies, I'm saying not the job, but like everybody.
So
They
many-
literally had like so many.
issues, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Brandon Clark was out for a long period of time last year.
Yep.
Josh
Triple J.
suspension, Triple J,
Desmond
which
Bane
I
had some
kind of
injuries.
understand the Taylor firing though a little bit because even when Ja was there, while Ja was hurt, Triple J was starting to carry the offensive load. I kind of felt like they wanted to keep it that way. It seemed like Triple J was starting to be more of their guy, so I kind of understand the rift there. The Denver one makes no sense to me. I don't. You're 4 games away from the playoffs. I get if there's friction in between the front office and the coach. I get that. That can be solved in the offseason. Like, we don't have to settle that now.
Yep.
And the key part is, even if you didn't think you had a chance to win because of Jamal Murray's injuries and all of that, you still have the best player in the world. So anything's possible with Nikola Jokic. Like, he's putting up 60, 10, and 10, even though it's on a losing effort, which is not his fault. That's on Russell Westbrook, by the way. So they really should be 3-1 in this stretch when you really think about it. I'm at 1-3 in this stretch, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But the timing of this makes no sense to me whatsoever.
No, exactly. It's like you said, they have the best player on the planet in Nikola Jokic. So even if even if Jamal Murray isn't healthy or whatever, you still have Jokic. You still having Jokic on your team is enough for at least having a chance to win the championship. Not going to say they were. I think they were scared of what happens if they make a deep playoff run with an injured team and then fire Mike Malone. But it's like we've seen that before. We've seen.
I was gonna say we saw a bunch of teams do that in the past. I don't mean to cut you off, but like if they did that in the offseason, it would still be like a shocker.
Yeah.
But it'd be like, all right, well, I get it. Like injuries, collapse, probably friction. Like offseason firings, they're not as shocking.
Right.
Right.
Well, look at what the Raptors did with Dwayne Casey. He won Coach of the Year. They made it to. Did they make the conference finals that year? They either made
I
the
think
second
that was
round
the
of the conference finals,
year.
and then they fired him that year because they couldn't get over the hump, which is fine. Whatever. It's still kind of stupid, but whatever.
That's like off-season stuff you have, though.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff, the rift between Calvin Booth, the manager, and Mike Malone, like everything in that too. So it's just more of like the timing. You know, like would we still be going crazy and over this if this happened in the summer? A little, but not as much as like right now when playoffs are ramping up very, very quickly.
And the crazy thing is, we knew they wanted to get rid of the GM. It's cool if you fire the GM during the season, like your pieces are set.
Right.
The coach is a different story. I'm thinking something had to happen. Maybe it was an explosive moment. They're not saying, like, it's just hard for me to really believe that with this team projected to be the second best team, regardless of how you feel about the Rockets and whatever in Oklahoma City, a lot of people still had the Nuggets as the second best team in the West. To make this move, something's going on. They're not telling us. It just doesn't make sense with the timing of it.
And nothing that's come out about it has been like, hey, here's the big glaring, this is why it happened. Because all I've seen is that Jokic was frustrated with the defense of the team, which, okay, cool. How does firing your coach solve the defensive issues right before the playoffs? That's not going to happen. I saw that there was issues with the general manager, Mike Malone, just didn't communicate ever, so they were never talking to each other, which, again, fine, get rid of the GM, you keep Mike Malone for the playoffs, and then figure that out afterwards. And either get a GM that's going to be able to deal with Mike Malone, or you clean house and you try something else. And then the other thing that I saw, what was the other thing I saw? Oh, the other thing I saw was that they're trying to they were motivated. They're hoping that the firings motivate their players. I'm like, how? Like,
yeah.
Imagine you go into work and your bosses get fired, and they're like, "We hope this motivates."
Yeah, keep going, guys.
Like,
keep going, guys. and the Westbrook. I mean, the Westbrook thing too. Like, you brought him in, and you're complaining about playing him over the rookies and young guys. Didn't you sign Westbrook? Didn't you choose to bring him on the roster? Yeah. Like, I don't if you wanted your rookies to play, then don't sign a guy like Russell Westbrook. That just so overall? I got to ask you guys this, like, so do you guys think Jokic like had something to say, like, oh, we're thinking of letting go of Malone and Booth? Was he like, yeah, I'm for it? Like, you think he had some sort of a say in this, like, at all?
It's tough to say. Like, it's tough to say.
I know he doesn't talk a lot about the media and like even kind of talking in general, like even talking him saying about the defense. That's the first I've heard him kind of criticize the team overall, if I'm not mistaken. Though, so like, did he have any sort of say in this decision?
I mean, I'd be surprised. Oh, go ahead, Malik.
No, you can go ahead. You're good. Go ahead.
I'd be surprised if you don't like. I don't see how you make a decision and not consult the best player in your team, who also happens to be the best player
that's what
on the planet. But it's Jokic. Like, they probably were like, "Hey, we're thinking about doing this," and he was like, "I don't care horses."
Like, you think he talked to his? You think they talked to the brothers, the Jokic brothers, about this too?
like they called him up. He's like, "I'm at horse track. Don't call." Click.
He just goes, "Okay." He goes, "Okay."
That's a good question, because from everything that I know about in between Mike Malone's relationship with Jokic, they're tight. So
yeah,
it's tough for me. And plus, let's keep it a buck here. We've seen how the Nuggets treat their stars in the past. I caught Carmelo Anthony, and like, it's not like they necessarily care too much about the way Jokic feels about the way they do business. If they did, they would have never got rid of KCP. They would have never got rid of Bruce Brown. They would have never got rid of Jeff Green. They had all these key pivotal pieces to that championship who fit actually well with Jokic that they ended up getting rid of because they didn't want to pay them.
Yep.
So it kind of, that's why I said it could be a bigger picture here. Not that I'm saying that they're looking to trade Jokic or Jokic is going to want out, but due to the history of the Nuggets and the way they operate, I do kind of see them making this move without them giving Jokic a heads up. I kind of do.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't even think about the way they treated past. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking out loud here because we see a bunch of other teams consult their star players. But you're right with the Nuggets. They have a history of, like, they don't really honestly care about what the star players want. They just want what's best for them. They don't really want to pay their guys, like the championship members you mentioned before.
I'm trying to look and see. Like,
I don't know.
His contract is up.
I just kind of feel like when it comes to Jokic And when it comes to Jenkins and all these, Malone, and when it comes to Jenkins and all these moves, I think that this just shows that, like, the stars run the league. And I think we don't actually know the story. We don't know if there was a rift between Jokic. We don't know if they felt like Jenkins was hindering Morant. I mean, these were two very decorated coaches that had successful careers that both got fired right before the playoffs. You completely shake up the chemistry in your team. Like, regardless of whatever I saw the report, and one of you guys mentioned it. One of the reports said that they were trying to, like, change things and almost shock everyone and have a shock factor. At the end of the day, this doesn't shock anyone. This message with a new system, a new chemistry, a coach has to come in and be successful. And these are both teams that were not just like, they're not fringe playoff teams. They were, the Nuggets have always been in the conversation for at least 3 or 4 years. Like you guys said, they have the best player in basketball. This is just insane. And personally, I think that the product of the NBA has kind of been a little bit rough recently. I remember when we're talking like prime NBA, like, I'm not talking 90s or early 2000s. We all know that was great. But even like the Blake Griffin dunk era, like when Steph Curry first came into the league, LeBron when he was with the
2010s, early 2010s.
That was just great NBA, great basketball, and a great product. Personally, I feel like the product of the NBA kind of gotten a little wonky. I've been a big basketball fan for a long time. I pretty much watched the Celtics, a couple of big games here and there. Oh, did we lose Malik? There he goes.
No, I'm here. I'm getting rid of the green screen. Hold on, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. We I don't know. I think that this just goes into the product of it's a players league, which whatever, fine. They're the product and they're the ones we're watching and they're the ones who are going out there performing. But I just feel like this just kind of alludes to the fact that the NBA is just not that strong of a product as it used to be anymore. When's the last time you actually sat down and watched a serious dunk competition? When's the last time anyone got excited about a good basketball game between, I don't know, December and February? It's like those
that didn't involve your favorite team. Let me say, because it's like me, like Knicks. Like I'll watch any Knicks game, but like a game in December between other teams, I don't really watch. But yeah, I just want to reiterate that part, not counting your favorite team.
A couple of comments here. My guy Chad, Kevin is on fire. Appreciate you, bro. Speaking of goats of basketball. Chad is a GOAT himself, a Massachusetts champion. So always remember that, bro. Completely agree. NBA tougher to watch. My man Renee, who could probably hear me yelling upstairs. Players trying to bend rules have tainted the league, flopping, crying for calls, etc. That's a whole different conversation. I'm not big on the SGA MVP, and I know Kearns, you're with me on that. He's a free throw merchant,
MVP.
and the longtime JDF fans know, and Malik, I know that you weren't, you weren't around a long time ago when we were doing stuff like 5-6 years ago. But I used to go in these rants about how I could not stand James Harden because he was outputting and scoring so much.
You hated James
He was constantly
Harden.
at the free throw line. He was constantly creating these shots and manipulating the rules, and it's fine. It scores you a lot of points. It made him a Hall of Fame basketball player. No one will ever doubt that James Harden was good. James Harden did a lot of other things good. But I think that this Malone and Jenkins thing, this is just an attest to it. Like, when have you ever seen a coach get fired right before the playoffs in the NFL? When's the last time you ever seen a coach get fired right before playoffs in the MLB or NHL? It doesn't happen.
No, this was actually, I saw a thing that said
it happens if they're out of the. It happens if they're out.
If they're out, yeah, but not before you're about to make a playoff.
That's what I mean.
This was the latest firing since the 1980-1981 season. So that's like how ridiculous it is that even happened.
I don't know. I think that this is just an attest to the NBA product is just tough nowadays. It's not what it used to be. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Am I crazy?
No, No, you're not crazy. I agree with your James Harden take, by the way. I mean, if you look at James Harden's, he broke the league. Let's be honest. Like, if it wasn't for James Harden and Trae Young, let's not, as a Knicks fan, I cannot leave Trae Young out. Trae Young is definitely
I hate him.
But two players like that, the flopping situation, that's why you see the NBA trying to like pivot from that. Like, all right, James, all right, Trae, you kind of had your day. Let's kind of like get back to things being a little bit more physical now.
Yeah.
No, and the NBA product is suffering. There's been a huge discussion over the course of the year about NBA viewership being down. You know, the fiasco with the All-Star game. Nobody was tuned in basically for that. They're trying to figure the All-Star game was terrible, by the way. The new format, everything like that. Terrible.
So dumb.
Terrible.
So dumb.
I used to love the All-Star weekend. I used to watch every event, rookie, sophomore, dunk, 3-point. I watched everything.
Yep.
I can't, like, past couple years, I have not honestly tuned in.
There's no stakes. We talked about this before, but the players have no reason to go out there and actually play in the All-Star game because it's like they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to. It's insane. I mean, I think the league has to either do one of two things. They either have to pivot and make it a serious game, and so make it so it's something people want to watch because it's going to be competitive. Or if the fans want to see something fun and the players want to play it and make it something fun, make it something fun. Like, throw some crazy shit in there. Like, do something just to invigorate the game a little bit. Like, the last time the game was even fun to watch was the 2020 year, which was the Kobe Memorial year. And the only reason
that was fun.
The only reason the players played is they wanted to play for Kobe. They wanted to like show their respects to Kobe and play hard in that game.
I think they should do
what the MLB does, and if
there you go.
Yeah.
I was just about to get there. Franz, go ahead.
Yeah, we had the same. The MLB, the All-Star game, the winner, say the National League wins, the National League team gets home field advantage in the World Series. So how about in the NBA you do something like that? Because if we think about it, the All-Stars, majority of them are from the top teams, like say with sort of the Cavaliers, right? East wins, the Cavs get Game 7 of the finals, right? Or if in the West, Thunder get it, Thunder get Game 7. Because you saw it in baseball, they did it for a while, and baseball players actually cared about it because a lot of those all-stars were from those top teams to begin with. So it was something to play for. That's like the only thing I would say that would work, but also keep like the originality of the game itself.
So I actually was talking to some people about doing something like that, and then creating a system where you can still make an all-star team if your team is bad, but a majority of the all-star spots are reserved for people who are in a playoff position at the time. And there's like two or three spots. They're like, okay, if you're not quite in the playoff, but you're still performing at such a high level that we're going to give you this spot, or like maybe one or two spots like that. Because that way because think about it. I mean, if you're a bottom feeder team and you're in the All-Star game, then you really don't have any, you don't have any reason to really try in the All-Star game. So I mean, maybe you'll be picked up just by everyone else being competitive, but it just gives everyone a motivation to say, like, yeah, I know my team has a chance to win the championship this year, and I want to earn that home court. Like, let me go out and earn that home court.
We could sit here and we could be like, oh my God, why do they do it from a franchise standpoint? But I really do firmly believe that this is just not a great product. And like this just doesn't happen. This is embarrassing. Like, how is Adam Silva sitting here? Like, I'd be on the phone with the owners of both the Grizzlies and the Denver Nuggets and be like, are you like, what? We got to figure this out. What's going on here? How are you going to let these guys go? Because now we're getting ready for the prime NBA time of the season. This is when things are
where people will watch.
100%. This is supposed to be when everyone is tuning in. All the eyes are on the NBA, and two of the teams are now going to be literally starting over. Yes, they have team chemistry. Yes, they know how to play together. But coaching, there's a reason why coaches get paid. There's a reason why, the Steve Kerrs and the Joe Mazzulas and all those coaches are respected and paid, and because they need to manage the players and manage the team. So to go into the playoffs with somebody who, yeah, of course they've been around, but now they have to run their whole offense and their whole system, or they're just going to Xerox what they were doing before. So then why let go of the coach? You said it earlier, Malik, why not finish out the season and then handle that in the offseason? It's an embarrassment. In all honesty, I think when it comes down to it, it's an embarrassment.
I don't see why you feel that way. I can't really disagree.
Yeah. Kearns, what is your thought?
I still think it makes no sense at all. I honestly and I don't like you mentioned Adam Silver. I feel like he can't. He's like, what does he do about that situation in terms of like, shit.
You're the commissioner. You got to put out a good product. He wants to paint the courts, and he wants to change the jerseys and have this in-play tournament and change the way the All-Star game's going on.
Hey, the city jerseys are cool. All right, they're fun. The city jerseys, a lot of them are cool. All right,
They are
take it
cool.
easy there. All right,
I would say,
bad.
But he's trying to be very
good.
proactive with a lot of stuff. But your main product, the number one thing that your main product where all your eyes are on are the NBA playoffs and the NBA finals. And something like this happens right before them.
The one thing I would say is, in terms of like putting out that good product, I think there's a couple different things they should do. I think just touching on the jersey thing, you need to let teams just have jerseys. There's no reason why NBA teams should be wearing like, 3 or 4 jerseys a year. Dude, let them have like 10 fucking jerseys. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do with an NBA jersey.
Well, that's more on Nike, where they can only do for the home, road, alternate city edition, and the classic you can only wear it if it's in like the 15th year, 30th anniversary. It can't be just like a random
just let them
the
do it
21st anniversary.
Yeah,
the MLB does the same thing. That's a whole nother
get the
discussion.
tournament idea out of your goddamn head, Adam Silver. I am so.
He loves tournaments.
I will say
this dude
the
loves
play-in tournament.
tournaments.
I actually like the play-in tournament. I think it gives a good competitive feel right into the beginning of the playoff for basketball. Because I think we saw for years, but that first round was kind of and I think now you have it's cutthroat basketball. It's win or go home basketball right off the bat. I like the play-in tournament. In-season tournament, I think is really dumb. I don't understand it.
Really?
I just don't get it.
I'm swapping. I'm with you. Like I'm opposite. Like I like the in season because like it's something competitive in the beginning, kind of the season to kind of get those dead moments in like November to beginning of January, where little something. It gives a lot of other teams like somewhat competitive, and it's a nice little
something
accolade.
to keep.
I think
it is okay. To be fair, it is something else to like keep your eye on during.
Which
like,
I get, but I get both sides. My thing with the play is that a lot of teams, and we talked about it off air before the show, like the Bulls. They just kind of play to just say, oh, we made the playoffs technically by being in the play. And like, you're going to get a lot of teams that just say, oh, we made the play. And so we technically like, we're good at mediocrity. So that's kind of why, like, I'm not sure about the play in just yet. Good idea, but I feel like you can change it up a little bit. So I'm kind of reverse with you on terms, but like, I also get where you're coming from with it.
But I don't like. I mean, the tournament thing for the All-Star game, and I don't want to like go on such a
that I can't.
That's
like
the whole different story.
It started with the Rising Stars. It started with the Rising Stars a few years back when they were testing it out. Like, oh, we're gonna do some drafts of some international guys, some G League guys. And then I'm like, I knew the writing on the wall was coming when it was for the All-Star game. They did it for,
but did you see
like the skills challenge with that little tournament? Like I knew they were starting to do it for the actual.
Did you see
game.
the actual draft for the All-Star? It was the most scripted bullshit I've ever seen in my entire life. It literally was like, you could tell from the like, because I don't know why I don't know why I decided to sit down and watch the entire freaking like 45-minute thing because I'm an idiot.
I give you 45 minutes.
It was like 30 minutes or something, but I just watched it the entire time. I was like, "What the hell are we doing?" Dude, I think like you could tell that Shaq picked all the old heads, Kenny picked the new guys, Chuck picked the international players, and it was just like, and the entire time I was saying I had no idea about the Rising Stars thing, so I'm like, why are they only picking 3 teams?
I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't want to see Zach Edey go up against Victor Wembanyama in the All-Star game. All right, I need Zach to actually earn the All-Star nod.
But that was the other thing,
no
too.
disrespect, Edey.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the other thing too.
No,
I think KG said it. Maybe it was one of the older guys. KG,
No, it was,
Carmelo, someone.
I think Draymond said that
Draymond said
they don't deserve.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, it was like you earn an All-Star spot. So to give these guys
fucking sense.
I know. God, don't. I have to agree with Draymond.
When
Green,
Draymond makes a good point, you know you're in a bad spot right now.
It's just insane. Like, yeah, those guys did not earn an All-Star spot. They shouldn't be playing They should be playing in the All-Star game on All-Star weekend. Like, if they make the skills challenge, 3-point challenge, whatever. No, that's fine. But in the All-Star game is insane. It's just. I think you're right. The product has definitely gone down a lot.
It's sad.
And there's so much they need to change. Like,
and the crazy part is about the in-season tournament and the play-in tournament is they were created to do what? Make the regular season more relevant.
Yep.
They failed at that. Like it is what it is. Like they failed at making the regular season more relevant. To be honest with you, I watch NBA all season because I'm a Knicks fan. I watch 90% of their games. So of course I'm gonna watch that, then the next game and whatever.
Oh, Fonz, don't raise your hand. This guy gave up on the Knicks. Malik,
What do you mean?
You deserve to enjoy your Knicks.
I
This
didn't.
guy-
I didn't give up on.
Hold
the
on,
Knicks.
wait.
Oh my.
I gave up on the Knicks for a couple of years when KD came to town. I'm sorry. I had enough. So,
Oh, look at that, Kevin.
yeah, I gave up on the Knicks
but
for a
I'm mad about
while.
last night's game.
Continue. You were going there. What
You
you
shouldn't
said?
be. You shouldn't be. But it's just they've tried. Like Adam Silver is trying to make the game. Like I was going to say to you, Fitz, I understand it's bad right now. They've put in like it's like the league tends to overcorrect and then go back. I feel like the way the offense was, they overcorrected. The calls they're starting to call games a little bit closer now.
Yeah.
There's more competitiveness in the in-season tournament. It fit the collective bargaining agreement. I was going to get there. The collective bargaining agreement now makes it hard for you to have 3 stars on one team, which is going to create what? More parity now. I think the NBA is now losing viewership, but I think in time, it's going to take a couple of years, but in time, the NBA will be what you love again. I have no hope for the All-Star game. I can't help you.
The All-Star game's done with.
I have no hope in the All-Star game whatsoever. But as far as the NBA product on a day-to-day basis, I do expect that to increase.
Yeah, I do think so too. I know. I have a feeling that we're going to see a decrease in like the 3-pointers and stuff. This was the first year that there was actually more missed 3-pointers than 2-pointers, and I think teams are going to start looking at that. Like maybe we shouldn't just be chucking up threes like insanely, especially because like, hey, they won a championship. So
No, he's not wrong though.
No, he's not wrong, dude. The
That's
Celtics
why the product
piss me
sucks.
off.
It's not. It's not. It's
Ruin the
trust me. It's not slander, but
They piss me off so much sometimes,
truth.
dude.
It's the truth. I mean, at the end of
If
the
the
day,
Celtics-
right? We're on the topic of why the NBA product is kind of trash right now. That's what ruined it. Who wants to sit there and just watch these two teams go back and forth and just trade 3-point shots? We don't see those tough defenses, right? Look at a guy like, even like Draymond Green. Draymond Green doesn't get the respect. If Draymond Green played back in the early 2000s, late 90s, he would be
Oh my
totally
God.
recognized
He'd be
as a
like
much different player.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but that
Like-
style just doesn't fit in the league anymore. You know?
Listen, we need teams like we need like Isaiah Stewart's fighting people like they did against the Pistons and Timberwolves. I need a guy. I'd rather have 5 Isaiah Stewarts starting right now. I'm gonna be honest
5
with
Al
you, Kevin, on
Horfords.
that. All right, we need more 5 Al Horfords versus 5 Isaiah Stewarts. Who wins that matchup?
I think at the end of the day, and you're absolutely right. You know, the Celtics, everyone's doing it now. The Cavaliers, every team, it's live and die by the 3. When the Celtics lose games,
And
why do
someone
they
wants to
lose
add a
games?
4-point
Because
shot.
because the shots didn't fall in. Like that's what the NBA product is.
Which sucks as a Knicks fan because they can't defend it well.
Can't do anything. Can't do anything right now.
Defend the 3 well at all.
Can't do anything.
We got
Dude,
a couple of comments here real quick. Kelly said, "Can we inquire about Jaylen Brown's mental health? He pulled the Britney Spears circa 2007." No, I think that was Ramadan. I think that's why
he
he cut
shaved
his
his
hair.
head for Ramadan. Yeah.
Yeah. Wesley, dark horse. Go Pacers, dark horse from the East this year.
Well,
I'm
No,
over
no,
Hallie.
no.
I can't stand that guy. He irks me.
Hallie.
Oh,
Why?
so you're a Celtics
Halliburton?
fan. We have a mutual hate for Indiana. Okay, Olive Branch.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the
Okay.
olive branch.
Yeah.
Roy
Olive Branch,
Hibbert
there it is.
Roy Hibbert still bothers me to this day.
Bro,
How
what do
can
you
be
mean? He's the king of
7'4", don't get
verticality.
any rebounds? Yeah, all of a sudden he became like a 20-20 guy against the Knicks, blocking Carmelo's shot.
Got him paid.
Bro,
We
vertical
got him
defense,
paid.
all his
baby.
career. Look at Roy Hibbert's career stats: like 9 points, 4 rebounds, and you're 7'5". All right, that's ridiculous. But all of a sudden, the Knicks, it's 20-20.
You got Roy Hibbert paid. That is correct. You're right. You certainly did.
Switching gears a little bit here.
Can't stand Roy Hibbert.
In the NFL, so obviously we have the draft about 2 weeks away, which at JDF Sports is going to be live for the draft, so make sure to tune into our special. But top prospects, right? It's something I've been having a conversation with in our Discord, by the way, which we have a Discord, so if you want to join, let me know. You could visit any of our pages and check it out. But it's really top heavy, right? This draft. There's a lot of really good prospects for the first 3 or 4 picks. And then after that, there's a fall off. And then it's just even an exec came out and said there's a lot of quality starters, but there's no stars or franchise guys. One of the franchise guys potentially is Travis Hunter. We've never seen a player come out that can play electric at both the cornerback and wide receiver position. My question for you guys is, do you guys really think that the skill to play both sides 100%, because that's what he said he wants to do, I think the exact quote from him is, there's 24 hours in the day. You have 8 hours to sleep. What are you doing with the other 16? It's football, football, football. I'm going to be in the cornerback room. I'm going to be in the wide receiver room. I keep my body right. I keep my cardio right. Realistically, do we think that Travis Hunter can A, play both cornerback and wide receiver, and B, can he be successful in both, or is this just going to gas him out because he's playing top-tier talent?
Skill-wise? I think skill-wise he could do it. Physicality-wise, no. I'm sorry. There's no way. That is way too much.
Mentally, too. Mentally playing both sides of the ball at the NFL level, like close to 100% of the snaps, like that's going to drain you. Like it's college and NFL is a whole different ball game. You know, it's like it's going to wear you down, I feel. But I agree with like, physically, he probably can do it. No question about it. But the mentally, like, I feel like it's not going to work. Maybe the first couple of games.
I don't even think physically. I think he has the skill set to do it. I think he's good enough to be successful.
Or skill set. I mean,
bro, you're playing
skill set.
Talent.
Yeah, you're not playing college kids anymore. Like,
you're not playing university from bum. You know,
somewhere. Exactly.
Like this is a grown men who. It's different when you make dollars doing what you do, and I get the NIL's new.
Of
course, they're paying their players. Like we get that, but it's not everybody. No. That's livelihood on the line. I'll give you an example. I've seen Justin Fields and I've seen Caleb Williams both get hit and have faces I've never seen them make in college. That tells me everything that I need to know about the physicality in the NFL.
They're grown men.
Grown men. So. Nah, I don't think he should. I think he can. I will say that. I think he can do it. I don't think he should if he wants to play in the NFL a long time. I don't.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
think about this,
it's more like
right?
a long term. Like how long can he do it?
Let me paint this picture real quick. So you're playing for any of the top teams in the draft this year. Let's just say he goes to the New York Giants, right? You're playing the New York Giants. You just went toe-to-toe with A.J. Brown for 14, 15 possessions. Physical A.J. Brown, big-bodied A.J. Brown. He burns you like, and I know they have Quinyon Mitchell and whatever, but just follow me here. Even Devonta Smith, right? Little shifty Devonta Smith, the Slim Reaper, right? You got to follow him. You got to go around. You do that for 15, 14 possessions. You get burnt on a fade in the back of the end zone to A.J. Brown, touchdown right over your head, and you're down, right? It's close in a game. Now, and you're talking about the mental aspect, Justin. Now you got to go out there and you have to play against Quinyon Mitchell or Cooper DeJean or any of these corners, right? I don't think that. No, they don't have Chauncey Gardner anymore.
Slay anymore. No, he's in Pitt.
Yeah, Slay's over in Pitt too. But just theoretically.
Well, I'm saying
Quinyon
if you go to
Mitchell,
Cleveland,
there you go. You got to play him.
You go to Cleveland, you play. You guard DK1 play, and then you got to go up against like a Darius Slay, who's still a solid cornerback, even though he's up there in age. But any of those teams,
but that's what I'm saying. And then you got to go and you got to play against Quinyon Mitchell, and you got to go at him. And it's like, and then right afterwards you go back, and then you do that until halftime. This is going to wear this guy down, like you said, Malik. He's not playing, so and so from Bum University that's going to go be a contractor when he's done with the NFL. Or when he's done with college football. These are dudes that are literally playing at the top of their position, the best in the world. I just, like, skill-wise, absolutely. I don't know if the physicality or the mental ability will allow him to do this. I really don't.
I just don't.
If you're listening, though, do it because I want to see it.
Yeah, I would love to.
Do it though, because if he has the chance to be the first player to do that, of course, take the opportunity to do that. Like you have to. But my bad.
It's like how long can he do it? Can he do it a full 17 game season? Can he do that for all 17 games?
Yeah. I mean, you played 13 games in college last year, right? Including the bowl game. You're playing 17, and if you I mean, I don't know if any of those top teams would be a playoff team, but Pats had a pretty good offseason this year. You never know. You never know what could happen if they do draft him. But say you do happen to manage to get on a team that makes the playoffs, now you got to play even more games. No, it's not. You just your body.
And then you play like the legit top team.
Yeah, your body will just physically. I just don't see that happening where your body can physically handle that, and you can mentally get because you're going to get burned. I'm sorry, at some point you're going to get burned. Or you're going to get absolutely locked down by a corner. And I don't see
2 schemes, 2 playbooks.
I don't see how you can get burned. And especially if it happens back-to-back possessions. If you get burned one possession for a touchdown and then the next possession you get locked up, like that's got to be draining on you.
You drop a ball.
Even dropping one ball, like you just no.
I got a quick question for y'all though. Yeah, y'all the football guys here. I'm the NBA guy. Y'all the football guys. I heard about his pro day. Is it true that he only ran offensive routes? He didn't do any defensive assignments whatsoever?
Yeah, he didn't do anything defense. He didn't backpedal once. But I guess that he came out and he said that was his plan all along, and he did some cornerback stuff at the combine. I don't know. If it was like
isn't it like a thing where he? Is he a higher rated corner or receiver? Was that why? Because if he's a higher rated corner,
maybe he'll be a more successful NFL corner. But obviously,
that's probably maybe why that he did more wide receivers. That's why I'm thinking maybe he did it because to show that he can be a receiver because they're like he already is a top corner. That's what I think when I hear that.
Well, at the end of the day, that bag for a wide receiver.
Was he rated higher?
We just saw some of these guys get paid. That bag for a wide receiver is much higher than that bag for the corner position.
T. Higgins, Kevin's favorite signing.
Yeah, my favorite signing. Wesley Burton said, "You just use the Jets as an example. Can he break away and be successful from Sauce Gardner, and then follow Garrett Wilson all over the field the entire game, and then do that for 17 games?"
That's the thing too. If he gets drafted by the Patriots,
or Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? Like. It's tough. It's whatever you're going to do. I don't know. Like you said, I would love to see it. And if Travis, if you're watching by any weird chance, go do it, man. Props to you. Wish you nothing but the best. But I would be shocked if this could get pulled off successfully.
And if you are watching and you want to come on the show, do an interview with us, it'd be pretty cool too.
He said I think he was comparing it to like the Ohtani situation that he can pitch and bat too. And saying
that's a good comparison
for him than what Ohtani's doing.
Well, Ohtani has 7 days off in between pitching, though. That's different.
True.
Like,
but Ohtani hasn't pitched as much in recent years too, because like this year he hasn't, last year he has. I think 2 years in the Angels he pitched a little bit too. But yeah, it's like that's like the comparison people were saying, like Ohtani pitching and batting.
Also a lot different
compared to Hunter playing receive.
I think even he said that he doesn't want to do both forever. Like that's not going to be a long-term thing.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like you're on your body, like how longevity in the NFL is this going to be a burst for 4 years, and then we're going to see Travis Hunter fall off because he's has the body of a 37-year-old veteran. You know what I mean? Like
just save it for special. Like, if you're gonna play corner, then maybe you go in and like goal line sets or something like that, just to give another weapon. Or if you play receiver, then maybe they save you for like special nickel or dime sets, and that's it. You don't play like a regular set or anything like that.
Whoever drafts him, they're gonna try to put him at punt returner too.
Well, what I've been reading is
they're gonna try that out too to see.
He's a hell of an athlete, one of the best athlete prospects we've seen in a long time. But I think that the way it breaks down is whoever drafts him, if it's the Titans, the Browns, the Giants, or the Patriots, no way he falls past 4. If it's one of those teams, they have to like him at one position. And then, like you said, Kearns, if you like him at wide receiver, he's a primary wide receiver for you, and then he goes in on some gadget cornerback plays or gives some guys a break, or he gets in there and he plays 30% of the snaps. You know what I mean? He's out there for 70, 60% of the wide receiver snaps, 30, 40% of the cornerback snaps. He's still doing something awesome. He's still playing at a high level. And then, after that, he gets a chance to break. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, and it really does depend where he goes. Because I do believe that, like, if he goes to the Giants, that could be a primary cornerback position. If he goes to the Browns, wide receiver. If he goes to the Titans, it's a mix-up. If he goes to the Patriots, probably primary wide receiver position.
I would prefer him at the wide receiver.
I would prefer him at the wide receiver position as well. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But we got the draft coming up in a couple of days. I think we've got, 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks left before the draft comes up. So it's going to be a good time. And just as everyone remembers, you're all smart fans. There's a lot of news and a lot of circulating. The only people who know for certain what's going to happen are the Tennessee Titans. Everybody after that is going to be complete crapshoot. We can do all these mock drafts. We
No.
can think of all these projections. We can do all these hot takes. I know that I just put one up about Cam Ward on our TikTok and our YouTube, but at the end of the day, nobody knows because the minute that the Titans pick, the whole thing is going to be shook because someone thought he was going to go here and then another team drops here. So be smart when you guys are doing your mock drafts. All right, Malik. So you're a Jets fan. You are
Unfortunately, I'm
Jets fan.
thinking about moving to Baltimore. I'm telling you, I did.
Hey.
Thinking about moving to Baltimore.
Well, welcome you to the flock.
But I'm gonna stick with the Jets for right now. You just got a new black head coach. I got to see what the brother gonna do. I love what he did with the Lions defensively. We should have never fired Saleh when we did. So I just want to see, as long as he can get that defense back to where it was a couple years ago, we could kind of figure out the offensive things. But we need that defense to get back to where it was.
Oh, absolutely. Quick comment here. Going to shout out to my boy Sean. Off the Dome with Sean and Nick. If you're a Saints fan or LSU fan, check them out. These guys are amazing. They do some great content, so I appreciate you tuning in, Sean. And yeah, I couldn't agree more. You obviously, everyone knows my take on Aaron Rodgers. You heard my rant. You were commented during that show.
His favorite player.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think he kind of ruined the franchise, like the direction, because you guys were young and on trajectory.
Everybody was
defense
excited.
was legit.
When we were saying all we need is a quarterback, it wasn't BS. All we needed was a quarterback. Breece Hall was going crazy. Garrett Wilson was putting up insane numbers as an offensive rookie. And Sauce Gardner, to me, his first couple years is a little shaky. I've seen him get burnt a few times. He couldn't tackle the first 2 years. He's kind of solved that now. He can't tackle. So I can feel the Sauce Gardner thing. But yeah, all we needed was a quarterback. And as soon as he tore his Achilles, it was downhill from there, man. Like, I agree with, and especially
Kevin's highlight of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's his career right there.
But the thing that soured to me, Aaron Rodgers, it wasn't necessarily his play on the field. It was everything off the field, man. Like,
comes with the circus.
I knew that was going to happen with him. But you got to remember, the way Aaron Rodgers tried to paint himself coming into the Jets is that he was kind of like this reformed person, this leader, this mentorship for the young. And then as soon as something goes wrong, he's throwing one of them under the bus. As soon as I saw what he did to Mike Williams, I was checked out.
Yep.
That was it for me.
Yeah, that was just awful.
Yeah. As soon as he threw Mike Williams under the bus, I was like, oh, okay, everything he was telling us was BS. It's going to be a long
traded him after that, right?
Yep. And got Devontae, which I knew they was eventually going to get Devontae. Like, it was the worst kept secret in the NFL that Devontae was coming to the Jets. I don't care what anybody says. It was the worst. He was going to be a Jet. Worst kept secret. He was going to be a Jet. So, but it's just combine that with you not playing well, bro. I don't care that you played well for the last 6 games of the season. I don't care. We were eliminated by week 6. I don't care what you were doing. But yeah, it was a terrible experience, man. I agree with everything you said on Aaron Rodgers. And the crazy part is, you want to know something crazy? I still wanted him to come back for another year.
Really?
Yes.
I think a lot of Jets fans wanted to.
It was just like, yo, he only has one more year. We don't know who our quarterback is going to be. You gave away pretty much all your draft capital for him. You won enough to pick 7th. This wasn't a quarterback talent draft. You might as well just keep, if he's an asshole, just be an asshole. We're still the Jets, too. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, we're still the Jets. We're still the Jets. Like, just give him one more year and then figure it out from there, especially with a new head coach. Like, you might as well just keep the vet in there and then build a kid or something like that. But I get the reason why they want to get rid of him, man. He took all them shots at Woody towards the end of the season, pretty much put a nail in that coffin.
Facts.
To be honest with you. I don't think it was a coaching decision. I think Woody was like, yeah, we just going to say all this nice stuff while you on your way out, but you're not coming back.
Goodbye.
If he could fire Robert Saleh because he lost a game in London and embarrassed him, he's not going to have anybody disparage his name in the media and them still be a Jet. It's not happening.
Yeah, facts.
So
Facts. And that's just what comes with Aaron Rodgers. That comes with the ego and the, it all started years ago when you heard the stories about how he disobeyed or abandoned his family and he doesn't talk to his brother and all that other crazy shit. So, a comment here, Wesley said, heard the Jets could consider Ashton Genty and trade Breece Hall. Thoughts? I did hear that report. I don't know if there's any truth to it.
There was talks about that.
I feel like Breece Hall is going to go crazy with Justin Fields. I don't know why you would waste a top pick on. I mean, Genty's obviously going to be a great talent.
Is this his final year? Maybe it's because isn't it Hall's last year in his contract, Malik? I don't know. Like maybe they might get paid, and they want to have like a rookie.
They need to pay him. They haven't paid him yet, so that's going to definitely be a topic of discussion. I still wouldn't do it if you can't block for. If you can't block for Breece Hall, you can't block for Ashton Genty either. So I don't know the reason for doing that.
Things for them to focus on.
Yeah, like I fix that offensive.
That's
line.
why I'm thinking maybe they're going to save the money to pay everybody else.
I also feel like Aaron Glenn, defensive-minded coach in his first year, he's going to want to go and get a defensive cornerstone in his first draft. That's just me personally. Sean said, I think Justin Fields would be a top 10 quarterback this upcoming season. Aaron Glenn will do some good. I agree. That's come from a Patriot fan. I agree.
Top 10?
I think Justin Fields will ball. I do. I think that Justin Fields has not gotten a fair shot anywhere he's went.
I will agree with that.
I still believe in Justin Fields.
I do believe in Justin Fields. Call me crazy.
And you know the crazy thing? Jets fans wanted Justin Fields in that draft. I don't know if it's Jets fans. Let's not.
For a while,
I don't want to shit on Justin Fields.
Woody Johnson even said.
So
didn't Woody Johnson say it was between him and Trevor Lawrence in the draft?
Yeah. Well, remember they played in the Natty together, and Justin Fields balled out. Justin Fields looked good. Yeah. There was even reports before that draft that Fields could go number 1 to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that he was definitely in that conversation. And he slipped.
Yeah, he was
quite a bit. Trade Breece Hall and let Braylon Allen eat. Been trying to trade for Allen in all my dynasty leagues. Yeah, Allen is a beast.
No, Braylon Allen is
Allen's an animal.
He's legit.
So, what if you had to pick? What position do you think that they need to focus on in the draft most, Malik?
Offensive line.
Yeah.
They need to fix that. I did some research. Apparently, Armand Membu from offensive tackle from Missouri. They lost Morgan Moses.
Yes.
They're going to need somebody. They're going to need somebody to pair with their young guy Oshanu. You might as well just go there. I heard that they wanted to do tight end. What was his name? Tyler Warren from Penn State. He got 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's pretty good. But offensive line for me, you got to protect Justin, man. Like that's the key. If you pressure Justin, you don't want the Justin Fields that we've seen that have to make quick switch decisions all the time.
Yeah,
you don't want that.
Like Chicago Fields.
Yep.
So you might as well just go ahead and shore that up if you can with a draft pick. And then if you're going to keep Justin Fields for 2 years and you think he has a high ceiling, you might as well just try to protect the kid. That would be my first choice.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I mean, they've got, obviously there's some defensive holes. We lost C.J. Mosley and Reed went to the Lions. So you got to fix some stuff up there. But I trust Aaron Glenn. I know he'll bring some of his guys in. I know he'll draft right and focus on those positions. But offensively, I mean, you have Garrett Wilson already. There was a little bit. I'm not sure if Conklin's still over there, but he showed some nice little spurts.
He went to the Chargers.
He went to the Chargers. That's right.
Conklin.
So I mean,
Jesus, they let Conklin go.
Yeah,
they let Conklin.
Fonz, were you going to say something? Yeah. You said like you were going to say something.
I was saying their only tight end now is Rucker, Long Island's own. I think I don't know if they signed another tight end.
They could go Warren. I mean, we saw what Bowers did, and we saw what Laporta did. So if he's the next big tight end prospect, it'd be good to have him for Fields. We saw what Fields did when he had Kmet over in Chicago. But, obviously you need to keep Fields on his feet. And we saw him in Chicago where he had to run around and make a lot of plays, and he scrambled a lot. But in this league, you have to throw the ball. And, we just saw Jalen Hurts win a Super Bowl as a primarily mobile quarterback. Justin Fields can mirror some of that success. You don't have to put up the 400, 500 yards and be this, top tier guy. You just have to manage the football, play to your strengths, and be a part of a system that helps you be successful with scrambling and those
I don't agree with that. I don't want Justin Fields to play safe football. If you
Be
had
reckless?
Justin Fields, you need wild card Justin Fields. Like we saw it in
Love that.
in Pittsburgh. Having him is just trying to contain him into a certain type of system. It doesn't work for him. Like you need to create a whole new offense for Justin Fields in order for him to flourish. If they don't do that, it's not going to work out.
Sean said Justin Fields was a top 10 quarterback for 4 or 6 weeks. He played for the Steelers. Should have never went back to the bench. I agreed with that. Wesley said Jacksonville might be wishing they had Fields. And Wesley said Skip Warren, he needs to drop to 14. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be dropping to 14. But yeah, I mean, you just need to get the best out of him. And everyone knows his strengths is as a mobile quarterback. So find ways to get him open, into open field. Find ways to get the play action pass involved there. We saw with the Steelers, he didn't have to go out there and put up these astonishing numbers. They just needed to make a system that was comfortable for him to play. So I think that's just the main focus of the Jets. A couple more comments here. Josh Stambo, my fucking guys, what's good, fellas? What's going on, bro? Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Wishing you well, brother. Now, we shift gears from the Jets a little bit here. We got Knicks playoffs. Jalen Brunson's healthy. How are you guys feeling about your Knicks in the East right now?
Hold on, Fonz. Before we get there, Fonz, you said you were uncomfortable a lot about last night's game. Please elaborate why.
Well, because they're two Celtics fans right here too, and I wanted them to win.
Don't listen to them.
I didn't
Don't
want to hear
listen
from
to
them. This is what I'm talking. This is why. Look what I got to deal with every day. All right, homie. Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here. All right,
I'm in a group chat. The rules in the group chat are no NBA slander before 11 a.m. If that tells you anything about the group chat.
Golly.
I have a Celtics fan in there I go to war with every day, so I get it. I get it.
Oh my god, dude.
Wesley said Knicks looking to lock in that 4 seed with a laughing emoji.
I don't care. Wait, if we hold on, because Donovan Mitchell hurt his ankle a couple weeks ago, like a couple nights ago. If we're in a 4 seed, do we get Cleveland instead of Boston? We just have to play like Detroit or something like that, right? Instead of Milwaukee, is that correct?
I can't believe Detroit, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, you'd play Milwaukee. No, you would play Milwaukee. Right now, you play Detroit at 3. If you drop to 4, you play Milwaukee.
Yeah, 3 and.
I'm more scared of Detroit than I am of Milwaukee.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm because Detroit is all of a sudden.
Because Dame's out, right?
Where'd this come from?
Yeah, Dame's out with a
blood
blood
clot.
clot, so he's not playing.
He's out for the he's out for the season.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I think at least Brunson is back. And, when Brunson's back, obviously the captain running the show, so you feel a lot better with that. But like I'm sure when you watch games too, it's just after the starting 5, like who do you really honestly trust off the bench? Because there's moments where it's campaign, where it's like and then Landry Shamet. I like Precious Achua, believe me. But like, am I gonna trust him to be the guy off the bench too? And that's the problem. I think the starting 5 I'm good with, but it's the backups. I'm like, who's gonna show up if show up, to be honest? And I like McBride too. He stepped up a lot last season and even early in part in this season. I worry about the depth because you see a lot of other teams like Boston, like Cleveland, and you go to the West like the Thunder. What do they kind of all have? They have the top guys in the starting lineup, but they have a lot of depth behind them. If, say, someone goes down or someone goes cold. If Mikal Bridges doesn't do well, who's the guy off the bench you trust to take him for now? Like, I don't know. It's not Landry Shamet, I'll tell you that much.
No, it's not. There's this. I think the key piece to the playoffs is I think we're getting a little bit too carried away with worrying about the bench because Tibbs is only going to play 7 guys anyway. So
that's also what it is too.
That's the only thing about the minutes police and the bench. Like, I don't trust Campaign at all. I like Dylan Wright a lot better than I like Campaign defensively, to be honest with you. I think
That's
if the
crazy.
second unit, and I love Campaign because they got Campaign for the playoffs. Let's keep it real. Like, this is the reason why they got him, because of what happened in Philadelphia last year. When they got Campaign, they know he's a spark plug off of the bench occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
He'll shoot you out of a game too. But I'm not necessarily worried about the bench when it comes to them because this is why I give Tibbs credit for playing his players all season long. They're used to the shit by playoff time. Let's keep it real. Like,
Yeah.
but as long as they're healthy by playoff time, that's been an issue with the Knicks. Is that they're not healthy by the time playoffs get here. Now that everybody is healthy, I think this is a different team. And especially with the emergence of OG Anunoby over these past couple of weeks while Jalen Brunson is out. If you can get, which worries me about Boston is because Boston neutralizes OG every single time they played him. It's been that way all season long. OG hasn't been able to get any offense against the Celtics. If we can get that version of OG Anunoby, that gives more time for Jalen Brunson to rest. That gives more time for Mikal Bridges to rest offensively, Karl Anthony Towns to rest offensively.
God.
So then you're not. There's a foul every night. But if you could get that offensive production from OG Anunoby, I think that's when the Deuce McBride comes into play. That's when Landry Shamet comes into play. I'm done with Precious Achiuwa, by the way. He's lost his way. I don't know what's up with him.
I know. I liked him last year. I still have a little bit of hopes for him. But there's times where I'm like, why are you still on the court? Right now?
Yeah. And another key piece though is we don't know what this team really is going to look like in the playoffs with Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench. I really believe that
Big Mitch,
the key for the second unit is going to be defense. It's not going to be offensively. If they could stop people for a couple of minutes, give Jalen Brunson a rest. We've already seen his Herculean efforts in the playoffs and at end of games. That's why he's the clutch player of the year. We know Jalen Brunson's going to get us there. I'm not too worried about the bench, to be honest.
A couple of comments here real quick. Sean wants to know what I'm drinking. Sean, it's called Stir, and it is a all-natural flavor for your water. I think this is strawberry watermelon. But it doesn't have the chemicals or the coloring or all that crap in it. It's got the good. Josh said that the West is fucking stacked. And
yeah, literally.
He said the C's are coming out of the East. They're the most complete team, starters plus bench, healthy. Stambo said the Warriors are the sleeper team of the West. Playoff Jimmy is a different species. Said a lot of it's going on in New York, and then said Celtics have one of the most efficient offenses and one of the best defenses top to bottom. Yeah, I mean, they are the most complete team for sure.
I hate their offense, though.
It's live and die by the three, baby.
It's going to bite you guys in the ass. I'm telling, it's when I watch you guys, it's frustrating because it's like I know for a fact they're going to get cold, and I think it's going to happen in the playoffs. I don't know why. I just got a feeling. Hey, Kearns, hey man, I told you I was going to be here, Kearns. I didn't forget.
No, listen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of the offense sometimes too, and sometimes I get really pissed off. But it's just too much talent. It's just when someone's off, someone's gonna step off.
Exactly. If Jalen's off, JT, and I mean, I don't know. Obviously,
hell, the starters can be off, and Sam Hauser will come in and hit 6 threes. It's insane. I love it.
Peyton Pritchard comes out of nowhere.
Will score 35.
40 burger.
I firmly believe. I know that.
Get used to it though. I hope you enjoy it while it's here because you're breaking that team up.
Yeah.
So enjoy it for the next year.
Oh yeah, when they all want to get paid. Yeah, they're
second apron is staring at us pretty hard right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough. This is definitely the road with the team. But my personal opinion, and I know that you guys are going to have your own opinions on this, is that Jason Tatum is the best player on the court unless he's playing Denver. I think Jason Tatum is the second best player in the league, what he brings offensively and defensively. And to your point about them getting cold, yeah, that happens. That's what's hurt us before in the past. And we've seen Jaylen Brown get cold. We've seen Tatum struggle before. But he's playing at a different level this year. He's playing at a different level, and if KP could start hitting threes, and if KP could stay healthy, I mean, we just won a championship while KP was basically a part-timer.
If KP could stay healthy.
I know, but we just won a championship last year when he was a part-timer. So, I mean...
Hey, Fonz, he had 32 last night.
I think the big difference about the Celtics this
year... last night.
He did. The big difference about the Celtics this year is Drew. Drew's definitely taken a couple steps back. His age has shown a little bit more this year. But, on the other hand of that, you've had Derek White, who's stepped up a little bit, and then Peyton Pritchard, who's 6th man of the year conversation. So it's like, yes, they've kind of differed, but I'm excited to see, is the Celtics team the same Celtics team when the playoff comes around? Because we've seen them throughout the season kind of taking a little bit of breaks. They've kind of taken some step back a little bit. You know, at times they haven't looked like that dominant Celtics team, but hey, they still won over 60 games. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, we also have the ultimate X factor, though, and it's not anyone who's playing on the court. It's what is happening in the mind of Joe Mazzulla, who might be the most downright
Joe a nut job,
certifiably insane head coach to ever walk the planet. Dude. I could sit and listen to Joe Mazzulla clips all.
Yeah, Joe would definitely give you a wild soundbite. I've heard a lot of stories about him. Yeah,
dude,
he was on Part of My Take, and like his interview was hilarious. Like he's just a nut. Like, that's the first time I actually listened to him, and I'm like, he's a nut job.
He's a nut job.
Like
if he wasn't an NBA coach, he'd be in an insane asylum. Like he'd be locked up somewhere.
Did you see when they talked to him? They asked him, Joe, if there was a movie about this Celtics team, who would play you? He goes, why would anyone do that? That's the biggest waste of time. Whoever would do that, I would walk up to them and tell them, you're an idiot for wasting your time on something so stupid. Why would anyone play me in a movie that's so stupid?
I feel like people asking these questions for that reaction now. Like people just want to ask him the most ridiculous questions.
I just want to look up some of the best.
He's got some really good ones. That whole
he commented on the Malone. What do you say about Derek White?
Derek White
one?
Went up to him and he won like Coach of the Month or something. And Derek White went up to him. He's like, "Oh, congratulations, Coach! You won Coach of the Month." And he just looked at him and he's like, "Who the hell cares? Nobody's gonna remember this." And just walked away.
I mean, he's right.
Wrong.
I know he's right. He is right, dude. I looked up the.
No, but he said something about. I think the Michael Malone thing, because like, is that the one you're talking about, Kearns? Because like they asked him like, what are his thoughts on Michael Malone's firing, and I don't remember exactly.
I didn't even see what he said about.
It's like firing. He said like we're not guaranteed tomorrow or something. I'm like, geez. I'm like, take it easy. I'm like, hold on a second.
No, he's not wrong at that either.
Yeah. I don't think he says it's necessarily wrong.
They asked him one time about the royal family or something came to watch. Watch a game, and he's like, "Oh, is Jesus Christ here?"
That's right. Is it Jesus? Oh,
they said, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That's the only Holy Family I know. It's like, okay. Hold on, I have it right here though too. Joe Mazzulla on Michael Malone firing. Every day. Dude, it's like
I love you.
Every day I remind myself of my own mortality, and I think that's what keeps me in a perspective and a gratitude of the opportunity that you have. Like, I get it, dude, but they didn't murder Mike Malone. What are we talking about?
They made it seem like they
didn't execute him. We're like, you're not our coach anymore.
But you know what? He won. So I can't. It's working for them. So shout out to you.
But again, I looked up the best Joe Mazzulla quotes. The first one that popped up was people are going to say there's a target on our back, but I hope it's right on our forehead in between our eyes. I hope I can see the red dot.
I remember that quote. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Sean said Tatum is cold. I don't know what you mean by that, like a cold ice cold player.
They're playing right now.
Oh, he's cold.
So
like, it's kind of like a way, like he's.
Or he's saying he's cold. Yeah,
he's cold. Like, yeah. A lot of West Coast people use cold.
You tuning in, Keck. Thanks, buddy. All right, cool. So a little bit quick before I know we got a few more minutes left here, but Yankees and Mets. What's this beef?
What?
What's this beef?
I don't know. You posed the question, Fizz. Go ahead and elaborate. What's the beef here?
Well, Fonz is constantly always calling out Yankees fans. He's always asking.
Fonz, have you been getting my messages from this?
Listen. I'm not calling, but like the beard policy, the no names on the back of the jerseys, the tradition, the no alternate jerseys. Like, enough of it already. Sir, like enough of it. I did see a tweet about Devin Williams. Devin Williams took away a 50-year tradition and sucks now because I think today against the Tigers, like he almost blew the game for them, like giving up like 3 earned runs or something. They won 4-3. So like everyone's already turning their back on Devin Williams. You know, when they trade for, like, oh, this is the move rare, the best closer in baseball now, and this is how fast Yankee fans turn on everybody too. And
which is wild because I think he just had a kid. So
They were saying like, oh yeah, he had a kid and was on the paternity list. Like, why would you have a child during the MLB season? I'm like, guys, relax. They're people too. But these, Malik, I'm not just saying with you, Malik. We're saying a lot of Yankees fans on Twitter because that's where they really are. It's like Juan Soto like just was there for 20 years, got up and left. He was traded on a 1-year deal, and a majority of people had a feeling, all right, it's a 1-year rental. And a lot of Yankees fans came in thinking, all right, we're going to win him over with tradition, the Yankee way, where a lot of players probably just don't really care about the Yankee tradition. So I just feel like a lot of anything the Mets do, anything Juan Soto does, it's like that meme of Plankton with the telescope on the Krusty Krab, like looking over at anything that he does too. So it's just that's my little beef with Yankees fans.
So you also
Anything
said
the
that
Mets
Aaron
do,
Judge
any
was
little
overrated.
bad thing. I did not say that at
You
all.
said
I
what,
said the torpedo bats are a bunch of cheat. I didn't say Judge is overrated. Here's the thing with Judge. I should hate him as a Mets fan, right? Like oh, listen, was he 6'7", 6'10", or whatever, power hitter, whatever, too. Like I should hate him because he's on the Yankees. Then I heard him in an interview, and I'm like, damn, I kind of like Aaron Judge a little bit too. Like he's like
a good guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I grew up like hating like the guys like Jeter, Bernie Williams, Jorge Posada. Like I don't hate Judge. This is what this is like. I should hate Judge, but hearing him like interviews, I'm like, he seems like a cool guy. He seems like a chill guy. The torpedo bats is a bunch of cheaters still. But if the Mets were using, I would be all like, I'd be parading around, being like, "Let's go torpedo bats." Still, I'd be parading.
All you gotta do is
so that's just my thing.
Just come to the Bronx. We'll give you some. Like this is the thing. Like Yankees fans don't hate Mets fans. Mets fans hate us. I don't understand.
Look at the. I mean, go on Twitter for Yankee Twitter.
No, you stole Juan Soto from us. So of course, it's hard. The Juan Soto thing is heartbreaking for Yankees fans. I don't think you understand, Fonz.
It's
Soto
a 1-year thing. We didn't take it. If we
Soto saved our postseason with that home run, we fell in love with him. Then
all I'm gonna say about
he saved us. So
stealing a player is like if we stole Aaron Judge, we stole a guy you drafted, you brought in. And I would understand
Johnny Damon.
But it's a 1-year thing.
Kobe Ellsbury,
Johnny was like the Red Sox, but like you traded for 1 year of Juan Soto. Like it's not like we stole a guy but
it was a good year
drafted from the minors and brought him up.
You guys have no idea the anger.
The
anger. Like I honestly think the first true like angry feeling I ever had was when Johnny Damon went to the Yankees when I was a kid. That was Johnny Damon was my favorite player, dude. He shaved the hair, he shaved the beard. I was so pissed. Like I think that was my first actual like feeling of rage. And then it happened a few years later when Jacoby Ellsbury went there, and I was like, "What is happening? Why do all the center fielders?"
Ellsbury didn't really work. Ellsbury didn't really work out for the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken. Too, he missed a lot of time with injury. So
yeah, but he still left, and he still went.
I think the Juan Soto thing. I don't think it's necessarily like. Of course, we're going to use it as hate because that's what New Yorkers do. We're going to blame somebody for it.
That's true.
But it's just
that's true. Yeah.
When you're like, if I'm just going to be objective here, not as a Yankees fan, as just an analyst, you have to remember Yankees fans have won 27 championships. They're used to a culture of winning. We haven't been able to do that for a very long time. They do love Aaron Judge, but Aaron Judge has a tendency to come up short in the playoffs, and the Yankees want to win. Juan Soto had a moment where it seemed like he could be that clutch player to get us over the top, opposed to Aaron Judge because Juan Soto was performing while Aaron Judge wasn't able to. Now that he's a Met, it kind of made it seem like all World Series hopes, or their World Series hopes, I should say, if I'm being objective, went up in smoke. So I honestly feel like that's where all of the Juan Soto hate comes from, because you're totally correct. It was not promised that Juan Soto was going to return as a Yankee. We knew there was a high possibility that he wasn't. But Yankees fans would have felt a lot better if they had Juan Soto and he didn't perform and then he left. Cool. The fact that he was able to perform at a high level in big moments and then left makes it heartbreaking. I think that's all it is.
Do you think if the Yankees won the World Series, they beat the Dodgers, you think he would re-sign with the Yankees?
Probably.
Do you think Juan would have stayed? You think that would have been
honestly,
the case
honestly, I don't know, because I was watching the Mets during their rise during the end of the season, and I noticed this strong Latin culture that the Mets had, especially with
No.
the song, the OMG song. I noticed I was
OMG,
like, Jose Iglesias. So
they're building.
I'm looking at the culture that they're building, and it seemed more attractive to Juan Soto. So I was always worried about y'all when I heard that the Mets could be a possibility because I saw the culture that the Mets are building. So I was like, oh, we need to watch out for the Mets. Yeah. So I honestly,
you got like Lindor, Marte, all those guys.
Yeah,
you had Lindor, Marte, a bunch of other guys, Francisco Alvarez. I think they were building a culture, but the main thing is too is family. Steve Cohen's wife is part of the organization. She wants to build a family ballpark, and Juan Soto was big on family. I think that was also kind of like the selling point for Steve to want to be like, bring your family in. We want to have this culture here. A lot of guys that came back this year, Jesse Winker, Ryan Stanek, they all said the same thing when they're like, why'd you choose to come back? They treated my wife and kids perfectly from the start. They welcomed my family with open arms, and I just signed with the team in the middle of that season. So that's why a lot of players kind of saw that in a guy like Soto too. Also the money. I'll be real, the money was also a big factor in it too.
Yeah,
but I think there was a good percentage of it too, where Juan's like, oh, like I see this culture, like these guys, like they all like love each other. They make everybody like be better people, and their families are surrounding them 24/7. So I think that's kind of what he wanted to have too, because he still is very close with his family. They're always at the game too, like even when he was with the Yankees, he's just always been kind of part of it too, and the money obviously.
We have a comment here from Dan. Shout out Dan, thank you for watching. He said yes, had they won the World Series, I bet they would have gave him the suite.
Probably.
Probably.
I can't sit here and lie and say that. Like, I don't know. And I don't, like I said, the issue with the Mets, only issue I had with Juan, this is where Juan lost me because I was cool. I was fine. All right, bro, go get your money. I knew about the culture thing, so I wasn't mad when Juan left originally. When he made that comment about it being a Mets town, he lost me though.
Yeah, look. This is coming from me, and I joked about like, oh, Mets this too. But like, I acknowledge the Yankees had historically the better team in New York too. Like, it's more of a Yankee town. Where I'm from, Long Island, there is a lot of Mets fans, and obviously Queens, where I work, there is a lot of Mets. Like, so there is a good amount.
I'm from Queens, so I get. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Queens. I get it. Yeah.
So if you're talking all like New York, all five boroughs, yeah, it is more of a Yankee town too. So when he said that, I'm like, all right, like just sign the
relax
contract and just say you're happy to be here. Just
right.
say if he said I want to build New York into a Mets town, that'd be something.
I'm fine with
okay,
that.
but
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, because then
right.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked Jets, we talked Knicks, we talked Yankees. Malik, what is your take for WrestleMania? And real quick, we just had a comment I want to shout out. Keck said Malone will be the Spurs' next coach. That's a hot take. That's an interesting.
Someone did. I saw that on Twitter. Actually, be Pop's successor.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that too.
God would went, but
Pop needs to retire so he doesn't die on the basketball court.
Yeah, I'm concerned about. I need Pop to
get better. Pop,
back.
Get better.
Yeah, it's time, Pop.
Yeah,
it's time.
Malik, what are your hot takes for WrestleMania? You got any?
Ooh, hot takes for WrestleMania. Damn, I've just kind of been enjoying the ride for WrestleMania lately. Honestly,
such a good run with Triple H been doing. We doubted it. We doubted from the Royal Rumble. I did.
Why?
I questioned
why?
It. Now the Royal Rumble, because Royal Rumbles aren't even been like advertised as much compared. Now it's just really just Cena and Cody now, and the Rollins Roman Punk feud now. Like the Roman winners, I feel like people kind of forget that Jey Uso won the Men's Royal Rumble.
If you were a fan of NXT back in the day with the NXT takeovers,
Black and Gold NXT Black and Gold was the
Triple H was behind all of that. I have nothing but faith.
He was cooking.
In Triple H. Especially after all the years that we
cooking.
got from Vince McMahon, the content that he gave us on his way. Oh God. No, I'm good with Triple H and whatever he does from here on out. Hot take, John Cena walks out with that title. I'm sorry. You got to give it to him.
You got him. I agree.
The triple threat match is with Paul Heyman being floated. It's kind of intriguing to me. I wonder if Seth is going to be the one to walk away with Paul Heyman and not CM Punk and not Roman Reigns. even though I don't feel like he needs him as a mouthpiece. That could be a possibility to shake things up. Other than that, man, there's not really too much other than those two main events. It's not really too much I would be surprised of. I would expect Jey Uso to beat Gunther, especially after you beat the hell out of your brother in front of you. Like, usually that's the snapping point for all Samoans there.
Storyline wise, he should win too.
His name is Main Event Jey Uso. Come on, man. You gotta,
Yeah, literally, you cannot be main event Jey Uso and not win a single title.
He has to win it. But other than that, man, no, that's pretty much it, man. Like we in 3T, if you've been paying attention, man, everybody has been watching. We've kind of been predicting everything that's kind of been happening. It's really weird how accurate we've been. But yeah, man, what about you, Fonz? You got any hot takes?
I obviously I agree with you. I think Cena. He has to win. I don't think he turns face right after. I think he goes with the heel character a lot further along. Now, I don't think he ends the year as the heel. I think probably by SummerSlam maybe we'll switch it up too. But I really do think that the Roman Punk Rollins match might be the best match of the night, and it's crazy where you don't even need a title with these guys. You don't, and you can already tell it's going to be like a great storytelling type of match too. And I'm curious to see how the Charlotte Tiffany Stratton match is going to turn out too. Because like the promo they had, it was a little bit of like it got personal with the promo stuff, where some of it was not on the script, it was real life shoot stuff. So like I feel like that could be a sneaky, very good match as well too. But
we have a couple of comments.
That's not going to be one I'm definitely looking forward to. But that women's one, I'm intrigued by it.
Comments are flying in. Cena winning the 17th. Shout out Brian. Brian always shows up. Love you, Brian. Said Cena win the 17th. Dan said haven't been really happy with the WrestleMania build the last 2 weeks. And then he said black and gold with a bunch of money. Brian said the Kevin Owens news though.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was another. That was I was looking forward to Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, and then of course, unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Kevin Owens. Like, how long is he going to be out for? For a while, right? Like, it's going to be
what happened?
Long projection or something.
It's undisclosed. We do not know. He needs neck surgery, so there's a possibility. We already see with Big E. He had to have neck surgery. He hasn't been able to wrestle again, so it's pretty much
and he had the problem with and it wasn't from the ladder match. Apparently, it was before that, but I guess the ladder match kind of made it. I mean, obviously the bumps. If you saw the bumps he took. It probably made it a little bit worse too, but the Orton Owens match would have been very good too. It would have been. That would have been a very, very.
And pay attention to Bianca Belair. I
love.
I don't believe Naomi did that by herself. I just don't. I don't know why.
It might have been Bianca did. Bianca, yeah.
But
I think Bianca might have had a little bit of a say.
Bianca's attitude is starting to change, more heelish every week now. Keep an eye on her too. I think that's going to be a big moment too.
Dan said Seth Rollins going to win that match after the 300th favor. Brian said
there's a little too many favors.
There's a lot of favors going on, Paul.
There's a lot of favors going on.
Brian said
Kevin, I'm gonna need a favor from you.
That Grande Americano guy looks very similar to Chad Gable.
Yeah, it's not Chad though.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not Chad. It looks like he has the same moveset. I don't think
same moveset, same build. You know what I'm saying? Somebody cloned himself, but it's not Chad, of course.
Oh, you're not even.
Well, that's the guy. That's going to be a fire match too, by the way.
Dominic,
I forgot. That's going to be good.
Dominic wins the IC title.
Do it.
Oh, that's right. The 4-way. Yeah, give him the IC belt. Why not? Again, I like Braun Breaker a lot. Give Dom a run with that. See what he can do with that. Why not?
Brian said that Kevin Owens out 2 to 5 years.
It's a possibility.
That's actually a legit thing. That could be.
Yeah, it's legit.
We've seen a lot of wrestlers, like you said, Big E back then, Daniel Bryan, Edge. They've come back, but a lot of times with those Tyson Kidd too, where they could be out for a long time, or in case of Tyson Kidd. He cannot wrestle anymore. Yep. Like, it's not a good. He would not be able to. So,
and then Dan commented and said Bianca is guilt as charged. Def agree.
Yep,
100%.
100%.
All right, cool. Before we head out of here, Fonz, I wanted to do a little game with you guys, and you guys are welcome to join as well.
Boy.
So Fonz came up with this idea that I'm gonna put a logo for the top 10 Jerseys that
love
were
it.
sold in the NFL in 2011 is the year that.
Oh, what's the year?
Ooh, 211.
Ooh.
So
Ooh,
no
2011.
cheating, no
Let me
looking
pull
it up.
up.
No.
Let me-
Okay.
Let me pull up the. I'm gonna pull up the video
Hands.
so I can see.
I have the,
or
I have the
screen,
graphic.
so
I
I
have
can
the
see
graphic. It's on the screen right now.
because I can't see it on here. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up on the live stream so I can see this. So I can see it too. All right. Okay. So we got. So I'm looking here. Cowboys 10-9, Giants 8, Eagles 7, Packers 6-1, Broncos 2, Steelers. Okay. All right. So just that's it during that whole. That's that season, right?
Yep,
2011 season or 2010 season?
This is the 2011 season, or excuse me, the 2010. I apologize, 2010 season.
Okay, 2010. Okay, so just give you just what I think for
So-
each one. All right,
so
listen,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
guys
so-
want to help out too.
So it's the Cowboys are at 10-9. So a player from the Cowboys at 10 and 9. The Giants at 8. The Eagles at 7. The Packers at 6-1. The Patriots at 5. The Saints at 4. The Steelers at 3, and the Broncos at 2.
I think I know all of them already. I'm not gonna lie.
You might.
Really, a 20.
There was
So,
at least 2.
can I
here
get
that
one off
kinda
the bat? I
shook
think
you up. Yeah. Go ahead with the easy ones.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
I think the one is Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yep. One is
gotta
Aaron
be
Rodgers.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, more on Aaron Rodgers. 2010, Antonio Brown wouldn't be the Steelers because he was a rookie. I don't think he'd
Would
be
it-
on there. Big Ben would be Steelers.
Nope. Brian showed
is
the
it-
Packers.
Wow, I'm already,
Is it Le'Veon?
Nope.
Would it be 2010?
Not Le'Veon.
Le'Veon was like 24, 2015. Yeah, that made 2010.
Sure, it's
Jesus,
fine, yeah.
that was
So
50
far we
that was
have-
15 years
We have
ago,
Rodgers
Kevin.
at
What?
1.
Wait, was 2010?
Um,
Was Troy still there? Troy Polamalu still
I was
there?
gonna say, is
Troy
it Polamalu?
Polamalu
Because
was-
that was
Yeah, Troy Polamalu.
Troy.
was
That's a
3.
good one.
that
Yeah,
was the year
good.
he was on the Madden cover, wasn't it?
It might have been. Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
was
now we gotta
So we have
reset.
Rodgers at
Patriots
1.
Brady?
Troy Polamalu at 3. Would you say Patriots Brady? Is that what you
Is
said?
Patriots Brady? Yeah, is that Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patriots
Yeah.
Brady.
Yeah,
So the
okay,
Saints
figured.
has to be Breeze then.
Brian said was
Yeah.
Peyton on the Broncos yet? No, he wasn't.
So that's why I thought it was going with
No,
the Broncos.
I was gonna. That was. So you said Kearns. You had it with the Saints. I
Saints
think.
has to be Breeze.
You wanna
then.
say it
Yep,
again, 'cause I
Saints
think
is
you-
Breeze. Yep.
Okay, Saints
So
is Breeze.
Rodgers, Breeze.
Is what
Go ahead.
is one of the Cowboys DeMarcus Ware?
Nope.
Is it Romo?
Romo's 9.
Romo's
Romo. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like because there's always like that one random defensive player.
2010,
It's 8.
2010.
Is the
T.O.
Giant
still
Eli
there?
Manning?
T.O. wasn't there anymore, right?
No, T.O. is not there, no.
Okay.
Would you say Eli Manning
That
for
would
the
have been
Giants?
my other
Yes.
thought. Yeah.
All right, so we have
Oh
Rodgers,
wait, 2010 was
Troy Polamalu, Drew
I think I know the
Brees,
Eagle.
Tom Brady, Eli Manning, and Tony Romo. Who's the Eagle?
is it Michael Vick?
It is Michael Vick for the Eagles.
Yeah,
Okay.
Michael Vick. That's just joined the team too.
Adams wasn't on the Packers
Who the
yet.
frig is?
Nope.
Was it? No, it wouldn't be Donald Driver. Would it be Donald Driver?
Brian's killing it in the comments, but
That's-
nobody can read the comments.
Oh, I just read the
Who the
comments, so I
heck
won't
is
guess.
the Bronco? The Broncos throwing me off here.
Wow.
Is it Demaryius Thomas?
Nope.
Tim Tebow.
Yes.
Von Miller?
It's Tim Tebow.
Oh!
Yeah, it's Tebow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The minute you said Peyton
Oh.
wasn't there yet, I was like, oh shit, that's Tebow.
Yeah.
I already
Oh,
know.
it's that
Yeah.
era of the Tebow era. Oh,
So we
my
have
God.
Rodgers,
Yeah, 'cause Quinton Dunn was
Tebow,
rookie.
Polamalu, Breeze, Brady, Blank, Vick, Manning, Romo. So we still need number 6, and we
Who's
still
the
need
other
number 10.
Cowboy?
What team is number 6 and 10?
Was
The
the other-
Packers. The Packers and Cowboys.
I know who the Packers one is. Guys, tell in the comments. I won't share. I won't cheat.
Oh, is the Packers BJ Raji?
Nope.
I'm assuming.
Nope.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of who
I
the
think
other.
he was
Brian crushed it like 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. Don't read the comments.
who's
I just
I
had to
look-
shout my guy
I'm,
Brian out.
I
I'm
read him.
stumped on the Packers one.
I'm trying to think of like.
that other Packers one.
I don't know the Cowboys roster well enough. Like I'm thinking of like.
The Cowboys, number 10, I don't think anyone's going to get it unless
Marcus.
Fonz digs deep in a bag.
No, I got it. Is it Marion Barber?
Nope. Do you want to guess?
was
for
Des
each-
Bryant
I
was
used
a
to say
rookie, but I
Dez,
don't
but I don't think
think-
it's Dez.
Do you want to guess? Do you want to
Dez was a
hint? Do you want a hint for either of
Yeah,
them?
if you give me the college, maybe or something.
I'll give you
Yeah,
the college.
take a
I'll
hint
give you the
for one of
college
them.
for both of them. Let me just confirm this college.
That's not gonna help me at all.
Who the frig was that?
Packers in 2010. I should know this.
That's why I thought it was Rodgers and Raji. That's why I thought I don't know. Who else was on that
USC
team
for the Packers. USC for the Packers.
Oh, Clay Matthews.
Yes.
Clay Matthews.
Yes. You got
Clay Matthews. Okay, yeah, Clay Matthews.
Now here's the one that's going to throw you
He
off.
was that high up? Wow. Okay.
And then this one is the college is Mammoth. Monmouth.
Monmouth.
Is it Miles Austin?
It is Miles Austin. You got it. It is Miles Austin. Nice.
He was number 10?
He was number 10
Wow.
soldiers.
That's
That's
that
the
is-
cowboy effect.
That is
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know. Only one defensive player.
My buddy
I'm kinda
Andy
shocked
commented
by
said
that. I thought they
Whitner
would get a
Dez.
little bit-
Yeah, it was Miles Austin and Tony Romo. Yep, it was Miles Austin.
Oh, Witten. I didn't even think of Jason Witten.
I thought of
That would've
Witten,
been
but
my
I
other
didn't
guess,
think
really.
he would have been that high.
I looked
up.
at a couple of classes around that year, and I was like, 2010, the Miles Austin, Michael Vick, and the Tim Tebow.
That's
were
gonna
gonna
throw-
throw
well,
everyone off.
I feel like we will eventually do an NBA one because I feel like that's going to be good too. Like a 2011 NBA
That
one
would
would
be-
be like
that would
be.
electric,
We
dude.
will.
I feel like Blake.
All right, so that wraps up our show. Malik, let everyone know where they can find you and what you got going on.
Man, I got so much going on. It's crazy. You can find me on MLBBro.com. I already have 2 articles published. One about the Arizona Diamondbacks with the Mets should kind of be worried about. Then we kind of we didn't have the pretentious debate. I thought we was about to have Juan Soto. I was about to say Juan Soto has 1 home run. Slashing line looks a lot like Josh Naylor. They didn't have to pay Josh Naylor $800 million in order to do that.
Juan
that's
Soto's been
one.
on base 11 straight games, and he gets on base. That's all. The home run's gonna come. Also, it doesn't help that we don't have the short porch like Yankee Stadium. But I'm just throwing that's another.
Yeah,
I don't want.
It's okay. It's okay. you guys have the same lineup the Yankees had. You get the high Juan Soto behind great hitters too. So that's another thing. But
Pete is good. Though. Pete is on fire.
yeah. But you can find me on MLBBro.com. Please support us there, as well as 3ET Wrestling. We also have a wrestling event coming up on May 10th that we're running with United Pro Wrestling. Cedric Alexander is having his first match with us since being released by the WWE.
That's cool.
That's sick.
He's throwing out a little bit shots of what his next move is going to be, saying, AKA, we hurt people. WWE fans, you know what that means. So we're going to make sure we have Cedric Alexander here. Event is called Ready or Not. Get your tickets if you haven't got them yet, and make sure y'all tune in. I think I'm going to be a part of this show too. I ain't going to give away too much, you know what I'm saying? But
That's what's up.
it's
That's
just
what's
being
up.
lit, man.
We got a couple of comments here. Brian, shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. Dan, Def gonna check out your stuff. And then EOS, thank you guys. Such a great night watching you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I don't know, did everybody just freeze for me? Oh no,
I'm here.
Okay, cool. I think we lost Malik real quick. Oh, he might have hopped off. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. But anyways, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, JDF Sports is on Discord. So make sure to head on over and check us out. Sorry, I just got a report that the Patriots hosted Texas running back Jaden Blue for their top 30 visit. We didn't lose Malik, but it's okay because it's the end of the show. But definitely, guys, head on over to our Discord. Make sure you guys check us out there. You can find the link in our link tree and all of our bios, descriptions, all that fun stuff. But we got a lot of cool conversations going on there. A lot of great people. We're trying to build a community. So definitely hop in, say what's up, chat about what you want to chat about. We have our NFL draft special, our yearly famous JDS Sports NFL draft special that has helped put us on the map. We got some big stuff cooking for this year, so definitely check that out. Kernsey and I will be live this Saturday, maybe playing some Schedule 1 or playing a different game, depending on whatever we're going to do. Make sure to follow us on all platforms at JDF Sports and on YouTube at JDFSportsNetwork.com. I don't know what's going on here, but a bunch of stuff's dropping. But yeah, make sure to follow us on all platforms. Follow, subscribe, like, comment, interact, do whatever. We love you guys. We run off of you guys. So we appreciate all the love. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm Kevin S'mores. You can call me Fitz.
I don't know who you're pointing at. You're pointing at Fonz and
You're pointing at me?
Anybody. But
this is Kearns. Do not call me intern, or you will get your booty cheeks clapped.
What?
What?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Hold on a second.
Wait. Hold on.
Reported.
reported.
You have.
You're reported. You're banned. Reported and banned.
I'm Fonz. Fonz talks jerseys. A little bit. I'm a Jersey guy. Mets fan, Knicks fan, Ravens fan, and everything in between. Let's go Mets,
Everything
baby.
in
Woo!
between.
How about the Mets, baby?
And Malik, we thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. It was a pleasure.
No problem,
I've been
man.
trying to get you on
No
for a
problem.
while. We finally got the platform.
Yes,
we
sir.
finally got it set up.
Yes, sir.
It was between you and Los, and I was going to do one this week and one next week, and I knew Los couldn't do it this week, so I'm glad that we got you on. But we're definitely going to have you on a regular in JDF. We love having you on, man. This is a really fun time.
Yeah, man, anytime, man. Yo, salute to y'all for what y'all doing, man. Like, I really been sitting back like, yo, these brothers are doing it the right way, man. It'd
Yeah?
be great to get on the show with them one day, man. Y'all doing great work, man. It's going to blow up. Just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Just keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all chemistry is amazing. I still don't like the Knicks and Yankees slander. Don't like that.
What is happening right now?
But everything else, man, you know it's all love, man. Anytime y'all need your boy, just go ahead and hit
I don't
me
know
up,
what's
man. That's what I do for a living, so it's no problem.
because he's in the other.
All right, appreciate you, brother. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Go USA, baby.